Welcome to the channel. We're the MMA guys. Today we're going to be talking about some MMA news that's been happening around the week. And yeah, so we have a take from Ariel Helwani regarding a Sean O'Malley matchup. We're going to be looking into that. Talking about the Cody Garbrandt matchup. We got Topuria calling out Terence Crawford. Him saying he's not going to be fighting it, Armin, stuff like that. We're just going to talk a little bit about the lightweight division right now. After that, and then we have a couple of middleweight matchups been moving, so we're just gonna hit that. So without further ado, let's get it started. First thing first, Ariel Helwani take.
Ariel Helwani take absolutely sucks, guys. This is the worst matchup I've seen in a while. Cody Garbrandt, the best boxer in the UFC, man, best boxer. No, he's not. He absolutely sucks compared to someone like O'Malley. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm saying a Charles Jourdain fight looks pretty good. You know, that would have been a good case for a Jourdain fight. I feel like the O'Malley matchup is completely out of this world. It doesn't exist. O'Malley should fight someone like Yadong. O'Malley should fight someone like I don't know. Maybe even give him Henry. You can finish off Henry if you want to give him that kind of fight. You know, the kind of Cody, oh yeah, I'm gonna show off, man. Sean O'Malley's back, man. Yeah, he beat Cody Garbrandt, but you're not back if you beat Cody Garbrandt. So yeah, I don't like this matchup.
Yeah, I think I don't know why Ariel even entertained that. He was like, I kind of love that matchup stuff. Cody Garbrandt's on a loss against Ronnie Barcelos, who hasn't even broken into the ranking ever in his career. And we're talking about Sean O'Malley, the number one contender, who holds a win on paper against a guy like Peter Yan. Cody is a below top 15 tier fighter. If you want to give him someone in the rankings, don't. He's lost his fight outside of the rankings. He doesn't deserve special treatment because he got an eye tattoo. So, just going to leave it at that. Then we have for O'Malley. O'Malley on his own podcast yesterday has been entertaining a fight against Song Yadong, who's a very, very scary prospect within this division. He's not a prospect per se. He's been in the top 5 for a bit, or just outside. I think he's top 5 right now.
It's a banger.
It's a perfect fight for him.
Perfect fight, yeah. It's a perfect fight. I feel like Yadong would come out on top, but I feel like it would be an amazing matchup. That's the kind of match we want to see O'Malley in. O'Malley, I'm tired of giving him the Cheeto. Oh yeah, give him Cheeto. What are you gonna do? The trilogy fight against Cheeto after he gets beaten by Ayman Zahabi? What is this? Come on.
If Sean O'Malley himself thinks he's ready for a Song Yadong fight, give him the Song Yadong fight. Cody Garbrandt, Song Yadong would annihilate Cody Garbrandt. This is not the same tier of fighter. There's no such thing as a prime Cody Garbrandt either. We'll dive into this later at some point, but any version of Cody Garbrandt against a guy like Song Yadong gets donged. Now, all right.
Believe it.
Second topic wanted to talk about.
Another bullshit topic, by the way.
This whole Topuria calling out Terence Crawford stuff, trying to get the boxing fight. He's trying to be the new Conor McGregor.
He's not.
And he really isn't. But the thing is that he's a much better martial artist. He's a much better fighter overall.
He is. That's not what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is he's trying to be like Conor. And he's trying to give that, oh yeah, man, let's go to boxing. Like, it's going to sell out. Like, Terence Crawford is a big sellout, guys. Terence Crawford got $10 million for the next flick fight against Canelo Alvarez. He got $150 million. There's a difference. There's a difference in the pay-per-views. This doesn't even drag pay-per-views. Topuria against Crawford is nothing too crazy. I think it would sell out less than Armin against Topuria, if I'm being honest. I feel like Crawford is not even known like that. He is, but it's not a Topuria. It's not a Topuria big fight in the MMA. If you make a big event in Spain, guys, Topuria can sell out against Armin. It would be amazing. It would be amazing.
Thing is, we know that Topuria probably knows that this isn't like a Floyd versus Conor. But what he knows is that they got that Turkey money. So if he can get the attention of Turkey by calling out Terence and stuff, and since there's not really any plan with Terence, he can put himself there. It's kind of a business move. But this is a complete sellout. You don't really have a clear-cut number one contender, but you're an MMA fighter. You're the champion at 155. You have to defend your belt. You haven't defended your belt. You've won it off a a vacant belt against a 37-year-old Charles, who had lost to Arman prior to this. So let's not act like Arman isn't worthy of fighting you or anything like that. I think Topuria beats Arman, but I'm never gonna give him a chance. If that's the case, then take my belt. We don't want Topuria to get out the sport or anything, but just fight or get out, though. Fight or get out.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need you to get out, but you need to fight. You know what I mean? You're not a show-off. You're not Conor, like we said. You need to fight. You need to be active. One of Conor's best qualities was his activity back when he was in his prime. He used to fight a lot. Ilya does not fight a lot. It completely sucks. I feel like Arman could. They're both in their prime. This is the biggest fight in lightweight since Khabib against Conor. This would be the big, in terms of matchup, like even in terms of ability, would be the biggest fight. Like genuinely, I feel like this matchup brings out Volk against Makhachev level of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I truly believe. That's something. I think that's a good take, and I'm ready to defend it. But Arman deserved that match, and I don't think Arman is much better. We're gonna get into him later on, but yeah, I feel like Ilya is just inactive right now. Calling out Terrence won the big Saudi money. It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. And we have a video coming up with the matching up within every division of the UFC. That's going to be coming up soon.
Lightweight could be very good. Lightweight could be back to its prime. I don't know what the matchmakers are doing right now, but it's awful. It's awful.
Now we're hitting this topic. So we're just going to talk about the state of the lightweight. Just keep talking about it a little bit. Because Arman, he's not really helping himself with the not wanting to fight for the belt. He's literally doing some BJJ fight, some grappling fight against...
In Moscow. He's getting money pumped into his camp, and you fight BJJ, man. Oh, yeah, now if I train with Rampage, man. What is this? Fight in the UFC, man. Fight in the UFC. Fight someone at least, and then Topuria can't deny you. You know what I mean? Like, Topuria's not right now. But so is, Arman. Arman is tripping right now. Absolutely. This is delusional.
He's fighting Benson Anderson, who's old now. That's not like it's before that he fought a Khabib gym guy. I guess that could help him. No one's going to be like, oh, man, he's beating Benson Anderson. People forget. It's like, no one's going to say that. No one's going to watch his grappling. All the old school fans who are big on Benson Anderson don't watch grappling. So there's that. Then we have Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje, man. Oh, yeah, but I beat Fiziev, man. I beat Fiziev again on short notice. And, yeah, man, I deserve the title shot. While Max Holloway beat Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Beat Dustin Poirier, man.
Max has knocked you out and then has beaten Dustin. You've beaten Fiziev on short notice?
What is this?
What are we talking about here? You need to... Justin Gaethje needs to stop this discussion. And the fact that he's talking about it on some... I might retire if I don't get a title shot is absolute... It's pure stupidity. If Justin wants to retire if he doesn't get a title shot, don't give him the title shot and put him out the UFC. Or kick him out the UFC.
There's no problem. Go fight Dan Hooker. Go do something. Go do something actually interesting except fight someone on short notice that you've already beaten, by the way. This is not a new opponent. This was nothing. This is not a great win. I mean, it's a good win. Don't get me wrong. Fiziev might beat Charles now. He's fucking 37, right? But whatever. The thing is, Justin does not deserve that rematch. Max Holloway, the guy who knocked him out and made the greatest knockout of all time, for some, he beat Dustin Poirier right afterwards. Like, this is not the same level of opposition, dude. Like, you're tripping. You need to get out. You want to retire? Go ahead, man. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss you, man. If that's the type of fighter you are, if that's what Justin Gaethje has come to, that's the type of stuff we're dealing with as fans. Come on, man. This is bullshit.
We don't need that stuff.
We don't need Justin Gaethje fighting, man.
Not anymore. He's anyway. He has like 1 or 2 fights left.
This is not the Nut Boys podcast. Like we don't like Gaethje calling out Topuria for a title fight. This is bullshit.
Now we have we also have we have this thing that's been a little bit under the radar, I think. So when Topuria won the belt, flatline Charles, he started talking about there's someone who doesn't perform when it's time to perform. He's hurt his back, and he said something else, and then he's like, "You're talking about Paddy Pimblett."
Paddy Pimblett.
That's where this whole thing messed up.
Yeah.
the call out was for Arman Tsarukyan. He was the scariest contender at the time. And this man, Joe Rogan, messed it up. And he said, oh, I threw him a bone because he said he wanted to fight Paddy Pimblett on the podcast. That's not what you do. Do what you call. If Paddy has never hurt his back. I feel like Joe Rogan's stupidity and maybe the fact that he was on flipping, did like fucking mushroom watching that fight. Like, oh, this is going to be crazy, man. He was on mushroom. Just flopped. He fucked up the whole state of the division. He's partly responsible for all of this stupidity right now. It's Justin Gaethje's fault, and it's even more Joe Rogan's fault because he was there, set up the moment, the worst moment in
Clearly
the
mentioning Arman. There was a clear mention of Arman, the man who broke his back. That's not Paddy Pimblett. That's easy money, brother. That's not what we want. We don't want Paddy Pimblett fighting, man, against fucking Topuria. That's not what we need. What we want is the Arman fight, the fight that even Ilya in the cage called for and Joe Rogan couldn't do it. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. That's why I wanted to bring it up. It's absolutely insanity that this fight was not set up right now. This is a misstep in the evolution of MMA. This is complete bullshit. I don't know why Lucas Tracy has stopped talking about it as well. I feel like people should bring it up. We need to make that fight happen. That it's Joe Rogan's fault, and then it's Justin Gaethje's crybaby manners. I don't know what's going on with lightweight, but it's complete nonsense. But even then, we're gonna post a video where we fix it up because of Joe. But this is unbearable. This was unbearable to watch. I was infuriated when I watched this shit. It was crazy.
As a fan, it was very
upsetting.
Yeah, Joe Rogan really fucked up. And as a man who calls himself a hardcore fan, he sure like treats it as if it's WWE. Oh yeah, man, let's get Paddy. You wanted Paddy? Let's get Paddy.
Hey, let him through, man. That's Paddy Pimblett right there. No. That's gotta beat Michael Chandler, dude. Oh yeah, Michael Chandler. Man. Michael Chandler wouldn't beat anyone in the top 30 in the UFC right now in lightweight.
Yeah, no.
So that's 15 other guys outside the rankings.
BSD would eat Michael Chandler. What are we talking about here? I think BSD might still whoop Paddy Pimblett. Anyway, let's just talk about. Let's just have Paddy Pimblett fight an actual contender who's not 38-year-old. He's not a 38-year-old, and then we can talk about it. Now, we will stop rambling about Joe Rogan here, and we'll go with the middleweight matchups. We'll each give our predictions for each fight. So there's a new fight for Bo Nickal. He's fighting Rodolfo Vieira, who's an ex-ADCC. I don't know if he was a champion, but he was a very good grappling. He has a submission of Petrosian that I'm aware of. He has lost a fight to Petrosky, who's not that high level, but yet again, I don't think Bo Nickal's really that high level either. We have Kopylov, who's, coming off a beating against Costa. And we have RoboCup, who's coming off a good win against Jack Hermanson. So we'll give our prediction on that. And then we'll go with the Ritter versus Allen. So Fluffy pulled out of the fight. I don't know if there's any disclosed reason as to why. But Allen stepping in. Short notice, but it's not really that short. He has probably got the call about maybe he's going to have 5 weeks, maybe 4. I don't know if he learned it at the same time as us or if it was just a week before. So either 4 or 5 weeks. He's going to have time. He's coming off a good win against Vittori, somewhat okay win. So, yeah. So what do you think for the first matchup? Bo Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira?
I think it's a tricky matchup. I feel like someone that can sub Petrosian is a good matchup for Bo Nickal. I don't think Bo Nickal would finish Petrosian. Genuinely, I don't feel like that's a fight he can finish. I feel like this fight is going to go to decision first. I feel like Nickal is going to be doing a striking clinic. And, I just feel like he's just a monster nowadays, man. Have you not seen him train?
Oh, the overhands to the body, they're lethal, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
he's a monster.
That's something we need to take in account,
For sure.
No, you can go ahead with this one. Honestly, I feel like I really don't rate Bo Nickal that much. I feel like the Paul Craig win is complete bullshit. It was a whatever fight. You can give it to whoever you want. It was no strikes. It was absolutely. It was nothing.
No, he did outstrike him, to be fair, with the hands slightly.
Sure,
I would give it to him.
Let's give it to him. That's the only thing he's got. Then he beat what? He beat Cody Brundage.
Cody Brundage, man.
Cody Brundage threw him across the cage, man.
Yeah,
Crazy. Whatever.
You did get sub, to be fair. Okay, here we have Nickal versus Vieira. I'm gonna pick Bo Nickal because I haven't seen the Petrosky fight. I seen him beat Petrosian, but Petrosian's grappling defense isn't good. I think, but then again, I also think that Rodolfo Vieira is gonna have a size advantage on Nickal, but I don't think it's not gonna be the same as the Ritter, and I don't think he's gonna necessarily be able to get him down. I think Bo Nickal. I don't think Bo Nickal's really gonna be able to get him down either, but he might have a bit more success there. On the feet, he could be a faster athlete a little bit. I'm going to pick Bo Nickal to edge out a 29-28 fight. But I'm saying this with low confidence. I don't know how. I'm really not sure about it.
Kopylov against Rodriguez is actually interesting, though. I really got RoboCop for this one. RoboCop is a scary man. He's a scary man, guys. I feel like, Kopylov is a better striker overall, but Jack Hermansson is a tricky, crafty opponent, man. And RoboCop at the start of the fight, he really could not find his range. He could not find that right hand. He really couldn't find the jab as well. And then Jack Hermansson, man, just moving out, man, being crafty and stuff. Bro, we saw what happened. RoboCop took his soul, man. He took his soul inside 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes. Dude, send that man to the hospital. I feel like Kopylov is gonna be scared of striking. I would be scared of fighting against someone like RoboCop in my division. He is the boogeyman of that division, so there's no fight he can be counted out of. He can completely clip Kopylov at one. It takes one strike from Rodriguez, and we saw it against that fight against Cannonier as well. That's 2 good fights from Rodriguez now. You know what I mean? Those are 2 great performances.
For sure.
Beating someone like Jack Hermansson the way he did, and then going up against Kopylov, who's coming off a loss, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, coming off loss against Costa.
All right, well, that's it. Dude, like, come on, man. That's a tricky opponent right there. I feel like RoboCop. That would be my bet.
I'm going to pick Gregory Rodriguez to finish Kopylov. I think Kopylov has better on-paper striking. He's got more weapons, body kick, crafty body kick and everything. But I think Rodriguez is going to have a considerable size advantage. And I think that even Kopylov against a guy like Chris Curtis has better boxing than Rodriguez. But against Chris Curtis, then he lost to Costa. And who else did he fight? I think those are the 2. But he gets his head doesn't really move out the center line stuff. He has good kickboxing, but I just think Rodriguez is gonna line up a big right hand at some point or 1-2, and once he lands clean, he's just gonna put him out. So I'm gonna pick Rodriguez's power to overcome Kopylov's chin in that fight because of his lack of head movement, and I think he's going to take the 15th spot in the division. So a second run at the ranking. Now we have The Ritter versus Brendan Allen. Who you got in this one?
Who do I have on this one? That's a solid fight, by the way. I don't know. I feel like The Ritter can really sub him. But we know that Allen actually gave a good time to someone like Fluffy.
Yep.
So, we kind of show relativity here and there. I'm not saying they're on the same level, but there was a round that Allen won. Sorry. Yeah. Right?
For sure. Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't know about The Ritter, but the knees to the body. The knees to the body would be a great weapon in this fight if The Ritter can really spam them. I don't really remember Allen striking, but I don't think it's that good, to be honest. I feel like I don't think it's someone on the caliber of Whitaker, though. If I'm thinking about it, quite honestly, I feel like The Ritter might run through Allen. The way he beat Whitaker showed that grit. I don't think Allen has the power to finish The Ritter in any shape, way, or form. The Ritter is a master of the craftiness, man. I will edge this one out to The Ritter quite easily, and then after that one, he can get a fight against Yamavov, maybe a title shot. We'll see.
Yep, I'm gonna pick The Ritter to win this. I'm not. I'm a lot more on the Ritter now that he's beaten Whitaker. So I think it's a staple win. I think. I just think he's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be the bigger frame. Allen's on short notice. That's not a good look necessarily. He has to go to Canada as well. That, you know, on short notice, so he's gonna have a little bit less time to train. All of this, I think, the knees to the body. I think Allen kind of slows down as the fight goes on, which is normal to slow down, obviously. But I mean, he does slow down a bit. I feel like he could give up against someone like the Ritter, who's super gritty in your face, and who's a bit of a, I wouldn't say he's a marauder, because he doesn't really finish people crazy, but he does push a very, very hard pace. I don't think Allen's going to be able to withstand it, and I think that the Ritter has shown a certain lethalness on the ground and with knees as well. So I'm going to pick the Ritter to win this all day. I do think Allen has underrated hands, but he doesn't really believe in his striking like that. He was in the third round. He was putting hands on him at a certain point, which was very weird. In the first round, he did take him down, so I think he could find some success. He's always a tough out. I think it's going to be a solid fight, but you couldn't pay me to pick Brennan Allen to beat the Ritter. To be honest, I think
It's the first.
I think it's clear cut for me. So that's what I got for this.